Hey guys, thought we'd read a page today. We're on page 24 and 25 of The Game of Life and How to Play It. Sorry, I had to push my glasses up. I guess we have to start on the bottom of 23. Let's go back to that. On the bottom of page 23, it says, "It's safe to say that all sickness and unhappiness come from the violation of the law of love. A new commandment I give unto you. Love one another. In the game of life, love or goodwill takes every trick," meaning it wins. For example, a woman I know had for years an appearance of a terrible skin disease. The doctors told her it was incurable. She was in despair. She was on the stage and she feared she would soon have to give up her profession. She had no other means of support. She, however, procured a good engagement and on opening night made a great hit. She received flattering notices from the critics and was joyful and elated. The next day, she received a notice of dismissal. A man in the cast had been jealous of her success and had caused her to be sent away. She felt hatred and resentment taking complete possession of her, and she cried out, "Don't let me hate that man." That night, she worked for hours in the silence. That's in quotes. In the silence. She said, "I soon came into a very deep silence. I seemed to be at peace with myself and with the man and with the whole world. I continued this for the 2 following nights. On the 3rd day, I found I was healed completely of the skin disease." In asking for love or goodwill, she had fulfilled the law, for love is the fulfilling of the law. The disease, which came from the subconscious resentment, was wiped out. I said this in the video yesterday. Inflammation in the mind leads to inflammation in the body. That's what this is saying. Continual criticism produces rheumatism, which is inflammation, as critical, inharmonious thoughts cause unnatural deposits in the blood, which settle in the joints. I don't know if that's actually true. It resonates. It resonates. If you think about it, if you have pain, you also probably have some negative mindset. I don't know. That's what this is saying. For me, it resonates. False growths are caused by jealousy, hatred, unforgiveness, fear, etc. Every disease is caused by a mind not at ease. I said once in my class, there is no use asking anyone what's the matter with you. We might just as well say, who's the matter with you? I like that. Unforgiveness is the most prolific cause of disease. True? It seems true to me. For me. It will harden arteries or liver and affect the eyesight. In its train are endless ills. I called on a woman one day who said she was ill from having eaten a poisoned oyster. I replied, "Oh, that oyster was harmless. You poisoned the oyster. Who is the matter with you?" She answered, "About 19 people." She had quarreled with 19 people and had become so inharmonious that she attracted the wrong oyster. Any inharmony on the external indicates there is mental inharmony. As the within, the without. Man's only enemies are within himself. Man's foes shall be they of his own household. Man's only enemies are within himself. The man's only foes shall be they of his own household. What is that saying? That your enemies are you projecting, they're your fear, or they're created by your fear. I am afraid of not being liked or not being good enough. I definitely see how my thoughts of incompetence, or my not fitting in, I definitely see how I project, give off that vibe of anxiousness. People can smell fear, really. Yeah, so that's what that's saying, I believe. Personality is one of the last enemies to be overcome. As this planet is taking its initiation in love, it was Christ's message, peace on earth, goodwill towards man. The enlightened man therefore endeavors to perfect himself upon his neighbor. His work is with himself, to send out goodwill and blessings to every man. The marvelous thing is that if one blesses a man, he has no power to harm him. I love that. For example, a man came asking me to treat for success in business. He was selling machinery. A rival appeared on the scene with what he proclaimed was a better machine. My friend feared defeat. I said, first of all, we must wipe out that fear. Know that God protects your interests. The divine idea must come out of the situation. The right machine will be sold by the right man to the right man. I added, don't hold one critical thought towards that man. Bless him all day. Be willing not to sell your machine if it isn't the divine idea. We went to the meeting, fearless and non-resistant, and blessing the other man. He said the outcome was very remarkable. The other man's machine refused to work, and he sold his without the slightest difficulty. I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Goodwill produces a great aura of protection about the one who sends it. No weapon that is formed against him shall prosper. In other words, let love and goodwill destroy the enemies within oneself. Therefore, one has no enemies on the external. There is peace on earth for him who sends goodwill to man. This is saying, I love what this is saying. It's saying, just stop fighting. Stop with anything that kind of causes you to be upset. Any kind of upset, sad, fearful, angry. Just know that, what is it? The divine idea. You can't get what you want. You can't get what's meant for you if you're not aligned with your higher power. She says, wipe out all fear. Know that God protects your interests. The universe wants you to be happy. The universe wants you to live a life of ease. That feels so good to say. If you allow yourself to let go of fear, the God protects your interests. The right machine will be sold to the right man. Don't hold one critical thought towards your rival. Bless him, and be willing not to sell your machine. It's okay. Don't worry. What is worrying going to do? It's not going to help. Worrying is one of the most useless, in my experience, one of the most useless feelings. What does it do? It doesn't help. It only gives you stress. It only knocks you further out of alignment with your higher power and God's will for you. Goodwill produces a great aura of protection about the one who sends it. Love and goodwill destroy the enemies, which are actually just within you, the enemies within oneself, because sure, there's mean people, there's angry people. Some of these things are outliers. Things are going to happen in your life. It's your attitude that determines how good your life is.